In 2016, I graduated from high school. At that very moment, I had to learn how to tackle college on my own. The first semester, I made sure that I went to all of my classes. I didn't miss any classes. I stayed on top of my work, and things went pretty well. Second semester, I figured, first semester was a breeze. I can slack off here and there, miss a couple classes. I figured if I sat in my room, looked at the lecture notes, read the textbook, that I'll do perfectly fine in the class. That I didn't need to be in class to actually hear what the professor was saying. Well, that was wrong. Second semester, I saw a huge shift in my grades, and in that moment, I figured going to classes is the best bet when you're in college. Hi, my name is Milan Lee, and I'm going to inform you about UMKC's attendance policy. UMKC should continue to endorse their active attendance policy. Currently, there are an abundant amount of colleges and universities who have some type of attendance policy in effect. The goal of this attendance policy is to help students succeed academically as well as prepare them for the real world once they graduate college. UMKC's attendance policy can actually benefit students in numerous amount of ways, as it first can prepare you for exams and quizzes. It can help you gain better grades by going to class. Secondly, students can get the most out of their money by attending classes. And last but not least, it teaches students how to be responsible and independent. UMKC's attendance policy has been around for centuries and is one that teaches students how to be independent and responsible. UMKC issued its attendance policy prior to 2010, and since then, it has been active with the sole purpose of helping students. The general purpose of the policy is to support student academic success and to provide consistent quality delivery for academic programs and services. With the UMKC policy that's in effect right now, it requires students to attend all of their classes at the designated times. And if you are to miss a class, you have to provide an eligible excuse to why you missed that class. According to an article written by Kelly Wormworth of the University of Notre Dame, attendance policies teach responsibility and discipline. In this day and age, all jobs have some type of attendance policy that's in effect as well. Jobs require you to call in advance when you can be present. They also require you to provide doctor's notes or some major excuse on to why you can't be at work that day. Since we have to show this into the real world, professors expect us to do that right now in college. Secondly, as a student in college, you can't rely on your parents anymore. In high school, and even maybe in elementary as well, you rely on your parents a lot. You rely on them to wake you up, to remind you about different assignments, different events that you have to attend. In college, you don't have your parents there anymore to remind you. So with this attendance policy in effect, it requires you to be independent, as you have to wake up on your own. You have to make sure you get to classes on time, and you have to make sure that you're present and getting your work done when it should be done, instead of having your parents tell you all the time. So the attendance policy not only prepares you to be independent and responsible, but it can also better someone's academic success as well by improving grades on quizzes and exams. UMKC's attendance policy can better students' academic success by improving exam and quiz scores. According to psychology professor Kimberly Bennett, she believes there is a direct correlation between attendance and grades. Kimberly Bennett believes that students who come to class will in the end receive a higher grade than those who do not show up in class on a regular basis. While some students who do not regularly attend class on a daily basis may gain the knowledge of the topic, they will not know how to apply that concept when it comes to real world situations, and when it also comes to problems on tests. They may not know how to apply that because they haven't seen the information and they haven't heard it through the mouth of the professor, and they don't know how it's going to be applied. By attending classes faithfully, the professor can also get to know a student, and they can get to understand if this person is having trouble in a certain topic, or they can get to know that person and see what they can do to help them further better their education, as well as provide internships or just help in various aspects. Another point that is really important when it comes to attending classes and grades is that instructors use class time to enhance critical skills as well as to provide a unique outlook on their subject. So attending lectures and listening to what the professor has to say, as well as looking through lecture slides and reading the book, helps students make connections. Yes, it may be good that you read your textbook and that you look at the lecture slides, but actually hearing it out of your professor's mouth helps someone build connections in their brain so that they've seen it multiple times, and then when it comes to the test, it becomes easier and it helps you just gain the knowledge faster as well. So every professional, from athletes to business executives, needs to make sure they do one thing: show up. If you don't show up, you can't play. And unfortunately, you can lose money as well. As a college student, we're spending thousands and thousands of dollars each year to pay for our education. I believe just by sitting in class for 1 hour is maybe $300 something. By attending class every day that we have the class at the designated time helps us get the most out of our money. When we miss a class, we are wasting basically $300. That's $300 down the drain that we could use for something else. The cost of class is very expensive, so why not make the most of it? Why not gain the knowledge that we are trying to receive, and why not put ourselves in a position to learn when we're paying the university thousands of dollars? That's what we're here for, isn't it? So in conclusion, UMKC's attendance policy should stay active, as its sole purpose is to help students throughout their academic careers. Although many students may believe that attending every class is unnecessary and that some classes may even be boring, it actually benefits them as it first teaches them how to be independent, which I talked about through waking up on time and not relying on your parents to make sure that you get here and there. It teaches them to be responsible as well. It also teaches them how to get ready for the real world. As I talked about, in the real world, jobs have attendance policies as well. They expect us to be there on time and when they tell us to. We can't call in just because we don't feel like going to work, or we can't just miss a day just because. They expect to see proof just as well as our professors do to why we have missed class. By attending classes, students are also taking advantage of the resources they have, and they are putting themselves in a position to receive good grades. By attending classes, we are making connections as to what we read in our lecture, as to what we read in our textbook, as what we've seen on the PowerPoints, and as what we heard in the lecture. Last but not least, the attendance policy ensures that students are getting the most of their money. Thank you for watching my speech.